Mathawe Matsapola, we aim to inspire, educate, motivate while we entertain. Stay tuned. Welcome to Unscripted with Mathawe Matsapola. This is another episode, and today we have a special guest known as Mshoza, born Nomasonto Maswanganyi. Welcome, Mshoza.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
We got to know you 17 years back, if not 15 years back, Cortez, and it was such a hit. And to date, when we refer to you, we still refer to Cortez. What went wrong?
I don't understand by what went wrong. Everything went right. The album did well. I sold triple platinum with Cortez, which is still selling even today.
If you had to go back, what would you change?
Nada, dollar, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No regrets, none whatsoever.
Look, I believe that where I am right now, what I am right now is because of what I've been through, where I am from where I started. The reason why I know so much is because of how it started, where I started, when I started. So I don't regret anything. Actually, I feel blessed that I started at that age, and I know so much. I'm experienced. I can make decisions on how I know things. You know, when you know this will ban you, then it's up to you whether you want to do it again or not. But at least you know what's going to happen if you do this.
You've been banned a lot of times. You've been,
in fact, many times.
Many times. You've been to hell, and for you
I can show you vouchers, man. I've been there.
Tell me, what are the experiences that you can say to young people who think being famous is all that there is?
I've been through so much that I even forget that I've been there, But that's the person I am. I learn from it and I forget about it, and it's past. I try and get positive out of it. But in the industry, getting into the industry at age 15 means that you get exposed to a lot of things that a 15-year-old would not be exposed to. Like, you get to understand what relationships are, although I wasn't dating at that particular time. You get to know about drugs, alcohol, and nightlife. And 15-year-olds at that time go to bed, go to school, that's their life. But you become an adult at age 15, having to go to work. Luckily, with me, we were signed by a company that had little kids, that had young kids. So your Zambias, Msawawas, we were all young, so we were told what to do. We were not allowed to go to clubs, we were not allowed to drink, which I was lucky. We were not allowed to date until age 21. We were not allowed to do a lot of things. And that sort of like protected me from a lot of things that could have happened. You don't want to taste everything you come across, because that thing might determine your future. Whatever you do at that particular time, at age 15, 14, whatever age, will determine the next 10 years of life you have. Whatever mistakes I made then, they still come back to Mshoza now.
You mentioned drugs, you mentioned alcohol. Did you taste drugs? Did you do drugs?
Do you want the truth or the truth? Or listen, I'm trying to put it in the right way. I was fortunate that when I was signed with Bulldogs, they were so protective that no one could come and do that. But at some point, I met up with wrong people, and unfortunately, the first time they made me try it, I collapsed and I woke up in hospital. So I tried it and it didn't work for me. It wasn't right. I collapsed. It was all over the newspapers. But I know now. I can tell you that I hate. I'm not judging anyone, but it's not right for anyone. Yes, I do drink my wine. I don't go out a lot. I only started drinking at age probably 23, 22, 23. I was not allowed until 21, remember?
Yes.
And now after 21, they gave me that thing. For now you're old, you have to take care of yourself, decide. And then now I started going to clubs and sat there like, and then funny enough, I didn't really like anything about it. There was nothing fascinating about it, So yes, I tried it, it did not work for me. And alcohol, I know it's poisonous at times, it's not good for us as well. So I do my little of wine there and there. Like I said, I'm a public figure, and there are certain things that I'm known as one person that is out there, that is outspoken, like a person that would just say things. But with this particular issue, I feel like if they still want to continue saying she hated being black, they can continue doing so. But deep down, I know for a fact that it's not about that. I still don't feel like I want to explain my condition. And the sad part is that this is going to keep happening. So it's something that's not going to stop. It's a condition that I'll have to deal with for the rest of my life. And I recently found out it's because I'm diabetic. That's why those things are happening to me. But as long as I just want them to know that it's not because I hated being black. I was a beautiful dark-skinned woman. And that's all they have to know. I'm happy with me. I'm happy with myself right now. My plan was not to go out there and say, look, I'm bleaching, whatever. But eventually people like you who knew me before would really figure out, they've seen that, no, you've become lighter. Like 10 shades lighter than what you were.
Is it ever going to end, the skin lightening? Is the procedure still going to continue? Do you know when it's going to end?
Okay, this is what's happening. It's an ongoing thing. That's why I'm worried that my doctor, he was too old. He's a very old doctor. He had to stop practicing because now he's too old. But that's the doctor that helped me out of the situation. Now, can I find the next doctor doing this? That was my problem. But this is an ongoing thing. I'm taking about 18 pills. 18 pills on a daily basis.
God, like 18?
They're not even skin lightening pills.
What pills are those?
They're medication. They're for this particular problem that I have.
Okay. Go back to the fresh money family. We're now going to the part of money. We spoke about fresh. You said it's fresh talent, raw fresh talent. Now we're going to the part of money.
Why?
Because we have to go to it. Who's funding the fresh money family?
Why?
There are rumors that Mshoza is broke and.
Why would you ask who's funding? Don't you feel that she might have worked for this money, saving it for her to open her own label? I personally think you had too much. Okay, fine. Fresh, I've always had a dream of having my own label. And when I spoke to my partner about it, he asked me, how much do you think it would cost for you to open a label? And I said, look, I would have to do everything in-house, meaning that I need my own studio, I need my own video production, I need everything in-house. I have to hire people to work for me in here. I don't want to outsource. And he said, how much would it be? I told him. So my funder is my partner.
Who's the partner?
Who's the partner?
Yes. Is it Absa Bank? Is it
Listen to
I mean, who's the partner?
Never met such an inquisitive person. So, my partner is my partner.
Okay.
He says future husband.
Okay.
He says future husband.
Are you engaged? Has he gone to your family to sort of ask
I'm sure
for
you
your
would be the
hand
first
in
person to know.
marriage?
I'm sure you'd be the first person to even know before I know. So, yeah, that's the future husband. That's my partner. And we are partners with Fresh Money Family. So basically, but what I've started doing, I've grown to a point where I understand that money can be here today and gone tomorrow. So I also feel for the next person who's trying to help me, So I also have people within South Africa, business people, funding Fresh Money Family. I'm doing an event end of the year, and I have the government also partaking, funding the event. So I have different partners. I've gotten to a point where I understand that you don't want to finish what you have or So I've got different ways. I've grown as a businesswoman, and as a woman, you also need certain things. So you don't want to keep going back to the same person asking for Brazilian. You don't want to do that. So you need to make sure that you prioritize. And with him, it's strictly business.
You are a mother of two. How are your kids doing? How often do you see them, and how are they doing?
My kids are well. They're doing well. They're with Daddy. They stay with Daddy because I'm focusing on the career.